Hello everyone, I'm Emma, and today we're going to declutter my wardrobe. Well actually, I have already done it, but I filmed it while also testing out some very not good little wireless mics. So I've upgraded now. I should sound a lot better in this video. Like, when I tell you the audio was crusty, I just wasn't comfortable enough like putting out the video as is, so some of it I'm going to refilm and talk over. Some of the crusty audio I'm going to keep in where I feel like I've said something that I don't want to have to re-say because it was in the moment, or if I feel like it was important or something. But this is literally my first video on the channel and I didn't want to start off on the wrong foot of it being like gross quality because I'm not about that life. This past year and a half has kind of been a lot, and I'm feeling really fortunate now because I do feel like I'm in a much better place than probably I ever have been. Like, my mental health has not been this good in years. So that means sometimes now I do want to put a little bit more effort into what I'm wearing and stuff. But I do also know that my style has changed a lot since I accumulated everything in that wardrobe over there. So before I even think about getting anything new, I need to sort through what I already have. Like, even though I didn't really even start out with all that many clothes compared to a lot of people who I've watched do wardrobe declutters, if I don't know what I own, it's too much for me. And honestly, even aside from the style change, I knew that a lot of it wasn't even gonna fit. It's kind of a disaster in here. There's so much stuff. There is so much stuff. Oh my god. This Mickey hoodie is a cheap one that I got whilst I was living in the caravan, and it was freezing cold and I just needed something to like warm up and cozy into. The ears are cute, but because it was like a cheap one from Primark, the fabric just kind of feels different to the actual, you know, original hoodie, and for some reason I just get really sweaty in this one, so I'm gonna donate it. Oh my god, I forgot I had this. I don't like how this hoodie looks on me anymore, so that's gonna go. The Twitch hoodie was a maybe at first, but it's in the donate pile now. I used to stream on Twitch and I did love it at the time, but I'm only on YouTube now and I've literally not reached for this thing in years, so let's give it a new home. This top I'm also going to donate because it doesn't quite fit right anymore. It's actually from Apricot, and honestly most of the stuff in my wardrobe you'll see is from Apricot as well. It used to be my absolute favourite brand. I have got tons of wear out of this and pretty much everything in this wardrobe, but it's time to say goodbye. This jumper was cute, but the pattern is worn off, so it needs to go in the bin. I didn't even think it was worth donating. This Puma hoodie, it's too small and it's stained, so that's getting out of here. Now this Superdry one, I did used to love it, but it does strangle me, so I don't really wear it anymore. And now this, it's like not amazingly flattering, but it's cozy and I like the colour, so it's staying. Here's our first dress, and it's too small. I haven't bought a dress since like 2019, and between sort of like medication and chronic fatigue and stuff, I kind of gained a load of weight. It is what it is. I'm kind of becoming more confident in myself each day, especially this year. Like, 2023 is going to be my year, but I kind of just needed to let my body do what it was going to do so that I could heal in other areas. This long jumper dress thing with bows I actually got from Korea. I don't like how it fits anymore, so I'm going to donate it. This green dress was my favourite once upon a time, and now it doesn't even zip up. But as you can see, it has pockets. This is another Apricot item, and it's honestly why I chose their dresses most of the time, back in my corporate era. That's pretty much what I used to live in at work, is a dress and tights, and that was it, because it was easy for me to not have to think too hard about what I wanted to wear that day. This t-shirt is just a basic black staple, so it's a keeper, but it's actually the trousers I was here to try on. They still have the tag on because I rarely got dressed last year, like I only got them like sometime, I think it was in summer. But now I actually want to start like putting a bit more effort in at times and not just wear sweatpants constantly. They're gonna get some wear. This I could see without even trying it on that it wouldn't fit, so that's out. Same with this jumpsuit. And then up next we've got a lot of dresses, so we're gonna do a quick fire round here and there, and I'll show you what I kept and what I donated. Now this is a really sad one for me. I adore this dress. However, still has the tag on it. Not only that, I can't fit into it anymore. And what happened is, basically, I found this dress once, years ago, and I tried it on in the store, and I was absolutely in love with it. However, I wasn't sure at the time about spending £32 on a dress, which I know isn't much, really, but at the time I was like, do I really need another dress? I've got so many dresses already. But I couldn't stop thinking about it, so like a month later I went back to get it. And then my health went back down the drain again, so I wasn't going anywhere. I had nowhere to wear this, it stayed in the wardrobe, and then now I can't fit into it, so hopefully someone else gets to enjoy it now, but I do love this dress. And it has pockets. Please don't tell me I'm stuck in this thing. This is one of my favourite t-shirts, so I'm keeping it. And this short sleeve cardigan I kind of throw on a lot of things, especially stuff with exposed shoulders like dresses and stuff, even if it's hot. I'm really insecure about my shoulders, so this just kind of helps me. I don't like going out and showing my shoulders. I know it's a weird thing, but it's just me. And now here's the segment called I put all these t-shirts back inside out and I don't remember what's on them. Most of these t-shirts are Disney ones that I got from Primark. I only got them last year just before we went on our wedding and honeymoon trip in May, so I know that they all still fit and I do love them. Like, I know being from Primark, fast fashion and stuff is like really not great, but back then I was on much more of a budget. I mean, I'm still kind of relatively on a budget now, but like when it comes to buying clothing from me, I don't do it all that often, and when I do it with the intention that I'm going to be keeping the item of clothing for years to wear. Like, I don't think about like, oh, is it trendy or whatever. I think like, do I like this shirt enough to wear it and keep it in good condition for the next few years? And that's generally how I make my clothing decisions. Plus, I kind of needed all these t-shirts for the Florida weather because it's freaking hot there and I can't exactly rock around in a jumper. I mean, I could go around in a jumper, but I don't do very well with the heat. This is very tight on me, but this is actually meant to be a PJ t-shirt. This is from my first time I ever went to Tully's Shocktoberfest, and I'm going again this year and I cannot wait. But we got the VIP pass thing last time, and to be honest, it wasn't 100% worth it. You could get a merch voucher, but the t-shirts, this was the biggest the t-shirts went. So it wasn't the most inclusive thing, but it's fine as like a PJ shirt and it's a memory, so I'm keeping it. Here's a jumper I forgot I even owned, so I'm gonna add that to my little rotation of jumpers that I switch out. Okay, looking at what's under here, these aren't actually my t-shirts, so I'm gonna go put these back in the wardrobe. I'm also keeping these loungy trousers because they are cozy and I wear them all the time, but now we have the drawers. So we got these chest of drawers from a charity shop, and actually most of the furniture in this flat was actually furnished out of a charity shop. Or a thrift store, I suppose, if you're American or from another country that refers to it differently. But I love doing stuff like that. The only problem is the second drawer from the bottom doesn't close, and the one under it is completely inaccessible. I should have checked them all through properly when I bought them, because what's happened is basically the base is like completely bowed, but I kind of just assumed that if they were selling it, it would be okay, so... I mean, I did open the top drawers, I didn't go all the way to the bottom. I guess laziness and excitement, bit of both. I kind of just assumed it was going to be fine, and I shouldn't have. So the top two drawers are socks and underwear, the two underneath it are Michael's drawers, so we're only going to go through the bottom two, which are mine. Oh, I forgot I had these. Here's another piece with a tag on it. This is just a very basic pair of jeggings from Matalan. Again, I got these last year. They're crop length. Well, I say they're crop length. They come up to like, I think they're meant to be 3/4 lengths, but I'm short, I'm 5'1", so they're actually more like, they hit me at the ankle, they're perfect, so I'm actually going to keep these. I know they still fit. These are actually a size 18. They are very comfortable, but again, I just haven't really like had the place to wear them. Oh no, why did I keep these? Okay, you're probably looking over there thinking like, they're just jeans, right? Okay, in what world are these going to fit me? These are never going to happen. So yeah, I'm going to donate them. Someone else can enjoy them. And now for the leggings. The black leggings that I've been wearing through most of the video are actually Lululemon Aligns. I've got several pairs of these and I absolutely adore them. I love the fabric, I love the feel of them. I actually got them back, I think I sort of accumulated them between the years of like 2018 and 2020. But again, they're like kind of keep and wear to death type situations because obviously they are an investment and they are amazing quality. And even though I got them back then, they are super stretchy so they still fit me fine, so that means I can keep them all. Aside from several pairs of Aligns, I do have two Wonder Unders in the light blue and this sort of, I don't know, it's a type of pink, some sort of pink. I'm not good with colour names. And then I also have a third pair which is like this dark purple, thicker material, very, very comfortable. Not the same as that like slick performance-y material. Amazing for winter. I do also have these two pairs of joggers, which are both Lululemon as well, and these are Align joggers, and these ones I can't actually remember the name of, but they're very like sort of loose, like stretchy material. Very amazing, wear them all the time. When I say I live in sweatpants, it's usually one of them. Now look at the state of that drawer. It's a problem. I did try to remove the base and just use like the bottom drawer just so I didn't have to worry about it getting trapped anymore, but I couldn't free the like base from the front of the drawers, so yeah, I definitely made it worse, and I just kind of decided I'm not going to use the collapse one anymore. I'll just use the bottom one and be careful how I close it. It is just a temporary measure for now because I do want to eventually replace this chest of drawers with one that isn't broken, and I would quite like to thrift it again, so maybe I'll take you guys with me for that. And this time we'll make sure it's actually like not broken. Anyway, I was so ready to be reminded of what was in this bottom drawer because I haven't seen what was in here for months. And here's how that went. After all that, I was absolutely convinced this drawer was going to be full of PJs that I didn't know existed, but there is literally only one set. This set's going to be binned. I needed it for the caravan at the time because I needed something emergency warm like ASAP. But because they got so much wear when I was in there, they got really, really bubbly and horrible, and now they're all scratchy from all the bubbles, so it's probably going to go in the bin. I don't think anyone else is going to want to wear this. I mean, it's better, but it's not perfect, but I don't really want it to be perfect because I want to replace this at some point. Okay, now here's the keep pile. I feel like it's not bad. And this disaster behind me is the donate pile. I haven't sorted through it yet. I still need to do it. I'm kind of glad I didn't because obviously the crusty yo-yo, and now I get to show you the pile again. But yeah, it's significantly bigger than the keep pile. And also I've got these like space saver hanger things, but I don't really need them now. And here are some of the jumpers that I'm always wearing and why I want more variety. As you can see, there's not that much stuff that I rotate between. What is this? Oh, this is a blazer. Hang on. This is not gonna fit. Not gonna happen, not gonna happen. And now look at the result. Look how much more space there is. I had just been keeping my jumpers on hooks, so I did decide in the end to go ahead and put them away in the wardrobe. But other than that, that's all my clothes, aside from like the clean laundry that was on top of that box. Oh, and also here's a quick look at my only pair of jeans. These are ones that I got from Matalan. They're a size 20. I got them, when did I get them? Sometime sort of summer last year. They're very, very comfortable and stuff, and just sort of a couple of weeks ago, they fit me fine. They're just a basic straight leg pair of jeans. The only problem I have is that I wish the pockets were a little bit bigger because they're not very deep. Women's clothes pocket problems. I mean, I'm glad they even have pockets. But these fit great a couple of weeks ago, and now I can literally get my arm down the side of them. They are bordering on the big side. That means that they are really comfy, which is like fine, but the reason I wanted to talk about that real quick is, first of all, when I first filmed the clip of me trying the jeans on in the actual video, the flies were undone, so obviously I had to redo it. But yeah, I know I've mentioned weight gain quite a lot in this video, and it's mainly because of an antidepressant I was on. It makes my appetite go a bit crazy, and I'm in the process of actually coming off them now and switching to a different medication because they were making me ill, but that's a video for a whole other day. But like, even ignoring all that, my style's completely changed. And I feel like I need to like rediscover what it even is. I don't even know what my style is anymore. I only really truly found out I was neurodivergent like maybe 18 months ago. No, not even 18 months ago. Nearly 18 months, I don't know. Somewhere around that time frame, I got diagnosed with ADHD, and I'm also waiting for probably be assessed for autism as well. Not probably be assessed, I will be being assessed, but like it's more than likely that I'm also autistic. And with that, like growing up or just kind of existing, most of the time I used to mask a lot, and one of the ways to do that is like in the way that I dress. Like, don't get me wrong, I was never the person who would literally only pick stuff up because it was trendy. I was very much stubborn in that way, so like even when masking, if I didn't really like an item of clothing or it wasn't comfortable, I'm not buying it. I don't care how many people says that this is cool, I'm just not going to wear it. But stuff that I thought that I could sort of get away with or was okay with or I think is acceptable in that age or circumstance, that is what I would go for. That's just pretty much how I used to shop. And obviously I don't really want to do that anymore, but because of the way I used to shop just based off what everyone else thought, I never really developed my own style. I don't really know what that is. So I feel like over the course of this year we're going to find out together. Now I don't want to go out and immediately just like buy an entirely new wardrobe. That is not what this is about at all. It's more about me finding stuff that I'm like, Oh yeah, I love that. I want to add that to the things that I decide to wear each day. Maybe just slightly more than the safety of my hoodies and jumpers. Although the one thing I do maybe need is just like maybe at least one more dress, because I did just get rid of 99% of my dresses. The 2 dresses that I did end up keeping are my wedding dress and a dress that I wore as a bridesmaid. So yeah, I feel like I need something in that department. But honestly, for me, shopping's really hard because of my size. So at the moment I sit somewhere probably like an 18, sometimes I'm a 20, sometimes I'm a 16, it depends on the store, depends on the day, depends on what the item of clothing is. And a lot of the time when I've been to like a plus size section, it's not really been in my style. Like the clothes aren't bad, they're just not for me. And to be honest, I did used to find it really disheartening when I'd go into a store and find stuff that I actually liked and wanted to try on, but I just can't find anything in my size, or I think it's my size and then I get in the fitting room and it just like won't go on, and then, you know, that gives me a bit of a knock to my confidence and stuff. But I've decided I'm going to change that this year. Like, I've become a lot more comfortable in my own skin and just kind of like with myself in general, so maybe we'll find a few things here and there. And the way I know I've come a long way is that, like, if you went back like even maybe 6 months ago, I would never have tried all of that stuff on camera, especially the stuff that didn't quite fit me right. Like, you could see all my lumps and bumps and like my arms bulging out of stuff. Like, I would never have done that. But now I'm just kind of like, whatever, the clothes are the problem, I'm not the problem. Like, people are going to change over time, body shapes are going to change over time, you know, your medical stuff and health is going to change. Like, don't get me wrong, it's still a journey. I'm still very insecure about a lot of things. Like I said about my shoulders, I don't like having my shoulders on show. I suffer from a lot of acne. I don't like the way my belly looks. But it's just kind of how I am. I can't, like, you know, change that tomorrow like I can a hair colour. And I recognise that a lot of it really has just been down to like the stress and the medication and things like that, you know. Like, there was even a time on this medication where I dieted really hard and tried to lose weight. I was spending hours in the gym every single day. I hired a personal trainer and she helped me and she was really happy with me, and I logged all my food to show her and stuff to keep me accountable and whatever, and by the end of like 3 months I think I lost 200 grams. 200 grams after 3 months of working my butt off, because that is just my body on this medication. There was sort of nothing I could do. So like, instead of feeling defeated at the time, I was kind of just like, okay, my body just doesn't want to do this right now. And don't get me wrong, even back then I was like several sizes smaller than I am now. It's just obviously, like I said at the beginning of the video, the past year and a half up till like probably the beginning of this year has been a lot. So I can forgive myself for not having the best of habits, but I've also been recovering from a lot of things all at once. But even like Florida was a massive step for me. Like, I'm someone who does like to live in jumpers, or at least had been, but having myself wear t-shirts even in Florida was a huge step for me. I mean, I know the heat would have like absolutely got the better of me, but I haven't liked showing my arms for a long time, and the fact that I did it on camera and just like in public was a huge step for me, and I'm proud of myself for that. And I did used to wear t-shirts and stuff as a kid. It's just that like when you take several knocks to your confidence over the years, you kind of just stop wanting to attract them, but I just don't care anymore. So now that we've had our clear out and we've got kind of like our base of what we're kind of starting with, I suppose, what I'd really love to do is a colour analysis. Now, I don't know if you guys have seen any videos of people getting colour analysis done, but I've been watching quite a lot of them and I'm intrigued and I kind of want to do it for myself. Now, I see a lot of videos of people doing it in person, but what I quite like to do is I found an app that looks interesting and I think I want to try it that way and just like see what the results are like, and then maybe I might even follow it up in the future with an online consultation and go through that experience, as long as I can find a person who's willing to go through this on a video with me. I think that would be fun to share. And it's not because I particularly care about wearing specific colours as such, it's just I already find shopping really overwhelmingly difficult. Because I've got ADHD, making decisions is really hard. So like, this one pair of jeans I'm wearing right now took me a couple of days to buy it because I went to multiple different stores, probably tried on like 15 pairs of jeans, and I came out with this one pair. But a lot of the time it won't even get to that. Like, I'll go and try on like 10 things in a fitting room and then I'm like, okay, but I mean, this option's not bad, but then like, what if I go to that store and I find something better and I know I could return it, but that's a pain. It means I have to like come back out again. And then in the end I just end up not buying anything. So if I get the colour analysis done, I can very much narrow down my options to, this is the colour palette that is going to complement my skin tone best. And then I can use that information and probably take you guys along with me to maybe try going like thrifting and stuff as well. See if I can find anything to add to my wardrobe that is secondhand and I get to give some money to a good cause. And just sort of like rediscover like what I want to wear, I guess. I'm really excited about it all. But also, I think it'll be fun to use the colour analysis for picking a colour to dye my hair. Like, as much as I'm less bothered about what colour clothes I wear because I can just go and change, hair colour's a bit different. I mean, I know I can just like re-dye my hair another colour, but that's a whole process, and it's a lot of effort to like have to do multiple times if I like really don't like the result. So I can use the information from that to pick a hair colour, and like by hair colour I mean like a fun colour. And that'll be a whole other video too. I'm not just doing things that are like clothes and hair related on this channel. There are going to be other things like cooking, sort of just general life stuff, maybe some health related stuff, but also like a little sprinkle of travel as well. So I've got Tully Shocktoberfest booked in October, and I really want to take you guys along with me. I'm going with my husband and my sister-in-law, and it's going to be a really fun time. And maybe we'll try a couple of little crafty bits out too. I don't know, I'm just like really excited about all the IRL content that I want to do for this channel. So do make sure you're subscribed if you haven't already. I'd love to have you here and listening to my ramblings. And please do like the video if you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!